Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to multiplayer with Mr. Kederk Farms, who is hiding around here somewhere. I don't exactly know where he's gone, but I hope you're all well. I hope it's a good Sunday for you. I hope you're all totally hyped up for the game coming out tomorrow. Hope I've done you proud over the last couple of days, just showing you what is what. I haven't turned my light on. I hope I've given you an insight to the game and helped you with stuff. I told you like that new intro. So somewhere around here, there is the man himself, Mr. Kederk Farms. Look at him. He's even spent a bit of time getting his appearance right. I'm not sure what mine even looks like. In fact, I should probably go and check. Got to make myself look right. Oh well, I'm not a million miles off him either. So there we go.
Here. There we go. Mr. FSG, are you able to hear us now?
Good afternoon, Kederk. How are you?
We've got your game sound is actually coming through in FarmSim now, so we may need to go to push to talk in game.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll do that. So one of the improvements in FS22 is, I'll turn it off. In fact, there we go. You can actually talk in game. So,
all right.
That's
Old
interesting.
Man Jeb, are you able to hear FSG in the stream now?
Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Oh, I'm hearing no. So let me double check here. My Discord settings should be altered here. Yeah, you guys aren't hearing the Mr. FSG.
Well, that's interesting. Guys, on my side, can you hear Kederk?
Oh, hey guys, how's it going? We are double checking our sound settings over here on the game side of things.
Loud and clear on this side, Kederk. They can hear you.
Yeah. All right, great. So we have, as always, minor technical difficulties on the Kederk end of the stream. We're just going to look at our OBS audio settings. I'm almost positive that I'm just not sending Discord sounds to OBS. Audio. Wavelink stream. No, you most certainly should be coming through.
Interesting.
Quite. All right. We are not getting FSG sounds. Well, that's going to be very, very unfortunate here if we can't sort that out real quick. I'm going to make one other small change on the Discord side of things. And we're going to push this out to the system settings. Wavelink system. Close. All right. Say something now, Mr. FSG.
Good afternoon to everyone on Kederk's stream. Can you hear me?
Oh, it helps if I leave my chat up. There we go. We've got you, sir.
Happy days. Well done. Nitro Scott says on my stream, it's not a stream without tech problems.
Exactly. And now I'm being reminded that we don't have a video here on my end. There we go. All right. All the problems have been resolved. So we are here. It's been a little bit of setup, right? We've been playing around for maybe 5-10 minutes here before the stream, trying some things out. Looks like it's all working.
Yep, it looks like we are good to go, aren't we? It's probably actually this is my first experience of multiplayer. I know you've been working on stuff, but I have to say the load times are great. It's really noticeable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I'm hosting the game. FSG, you joined the game. From my end, the sync screen was up for probably about 10 seconds when you jumped into the game.
I think it's probably not far off that for me as well. Yeah.
So that's a pretty huge improvement in general. I've got a lot of equipment spread out on this map, and we've even got a couple of third-party mods that I've worked on last night that we'll talk about in a little bit here.
Very excited to talk about that.
it's exciting to see that, load times are really slick, especially since, FSG, you're across the ocean from me. So we're pretty close, or we're not very close. So you were mentioning, so on my screen, I don't have milliseconds for latency, but you were talking about latency right before the stream.
Yeah, and it's sitting around about 75 to 85 milliseconds. Now, on my old game servers on FS19, it would sit around about 100 to 120, so that's interesting. Obviously, we're a local game. You're a locally hosted game. It'll be interesting to see what it's like on the servers tomorrow, but, that could be a positive start as well.
Yep. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And for those in my community, we're going to be launching multiplayer servers on Monday and trying that out. In fact, tonight I'll be doing a multiplayer stream with any community members that are getting in early tonight. So
very good.
Can't wait.
Same on my side as well. Tomorrow we'll be firing up the servers, and I think we'll leave it open for a few days for people to jump in and just have a play about.
Awesome. So where do you want to start? Should we talk about farm manager settings and the multiplayer menus here?
Yeah, let's jump in, because they feel very familiar, don't they?
They do.
From 19.
But there's some differences. I think one of my takeaways is the user interface has been kind of polished up. It's a little bit easier to digest in a list format rather than horizontally across the screen.
Yeah, agreed. I think there's some. I think the whole UI for the whole game is a huge step in the right direction. Everything feels a lot more polished, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. So there's kind of two screens, I guess. Maybe I jumped into the farm management screen, but if we jump back up a level to farms, that's kind of the first setup, right? Is you got to create your farm. And I converted this over from a single player game that I had. And so right out of the gate, we just had the single farm from single player, kind of like, you would see in FS19. I think that's part of the process was very similar.
Yep. It looks identical, isn't it? Although I like the icon. The icons are a nice touch.
Yeah, there's a different icon per color. And so when you switch between the farm colors, if you go in to edit your farm, you've got the sheep, the pigs, the horse, the cow, a chainsaw, farm, tractor, etc. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, no, they are nice, those. And then if you go into the farm management mode, and the one underneath, again, it's just nice and clean, isn't it? There's no argument for what you need to, what you can and can't do in there, which is great.
Yep. And we've got different sections for the farms, and then it shows the farm color and the money, and you can transfer money between farms. So there's certain actions you can do at the farm level, and I can grant a farm contractor and a farm I can transfer money to. But then if you click on the person, you get a whole nother set of options, which I thought was interesting.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's
so
good.
Now I can't wait to see what happens when we have 3 or 4 people in. Does that mean that I'm setting these permissions at a person level now rather than to a farm level?
Yeah, that's going to be nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
if you have 2 or 3 people on the farm. So actually, we have something similar set up on my multiplayers for 19, where we have either farm managers or farm workers.
Mm-hmm.
So you could give different permissions to individuals. So I'm kind of hoping it will be the same way.
Yeah. And so I don't see a lot of... I'm trying to think what the settings were in the previous version here. I feel like maybe there's a couple more on here. I'm not sure. Like trade animals was there, I think. Create fields.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being a setting before.
No, I don't either in landscaping.
Landscaping, yeah.
Interesting. Somebody's asking in my chat, Kederk, can you actually click the checks? I can't, because Kederk is the admin for this map, but he will be able to choose what I can and can't do. So actually, Kederk, if you jump in, can you switch off by vehicles?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, let me join your farm. I'm going to leave my farm. And now when we're on that screen, I don't have any permissions because this is your farm.
Okay.
So can you edit for me now? Or wait, I'm sorry, I'm clicked on my farm, not for you. So I guess this will be interesting because I'm an admin, so I'll always have permissions. If I remove FSG's farm manager here. This is going to be unfortunate for your stream. Maybe I can send you a screenshot here, but I can actually adjust your permissions with check marks for anybody that's not a farm manager. So if I promote you back to farm manager, I can dismiss myself.
The check boxes have come back now. Yep.
Yep. Now, so on your end, I don't know. You probably can't adjust my settings because I'm an admin, but I'm not a farm manager in your farm anymore. So you might be able to click on my name and edit me.
No, I can't edit you. I think that might be admin. I can block you or mute you though, or I could report you. I might just do that for the poor paltry amount of money you gave me at the start of the stream compared to you.
Yeah, I had $85 million. I gave FSG 5.
Oh dear. Okay. So yeah, interesting stuff.
For sure.
It's not going to feel too alien for people when they set it up.
Yeah, so, it feels a lot like FS19 did if you're coming from FS19.
It did. So, what do you want to do? You direct me, because this is your map. I know there's something we want to try, owning different productions on different...
Yes.
So if I own a production plant, how does it work transferring goods that I produce to Kederk and vice versa, to see if we can kind of amalgamate things?
So maybe first, before we do that, let's see how sleeping works, because it's kind of getting dark here, and I don't know about you, but I hate streaming while it's dark in the game.
Agreed. Yeah.
So do you want to do the honors, or should I?
I shall do the honors. Okay. So you go up here, hit the R button. This isn't my farm though, of course. So I cannot do it here.
Well, there we go. We're learning the first thing. So I'll come up here and hit R, and we'll sleep till 8 a.m.
So there we go. Kederk Farms wants to sleep. Accept request. I shall say yes to that. And I've got this nice new animation of just staring at the sky. Change of clouds, and we are back to the next day. Now I'm just in the map at the moment. I'm just interested to see how it divides up the different player farms. Now I'm looking at. I can see all your purchase fields.
Yeah, I did purchase quite a few earlier.
You have been shopping.
We were trying to show off the different starting farms around the map, and it turns out none of those buildings are usable, so we were a little disappointed in that aspect.
So you can't have a second farm on the map unless you place another farmhouse, is that?
Well, I was more talking about, like, if you look in like I sold them now, but if you look in the corners of the map, it looks like there's farm setups with a few fields, a bunch of buildings, but they're not functional. The buildings, like the barns and stuff, the sheds, you can't open the doors and put equipment in it. So
I understand.
It's a lot of wasted space.
Okay. So it's not showing me... Oh, I can see everything on your map, all your green vehicles and stuff.
Yep.
For your map. So I'm guessing if I buy a field...
Land.
Yeah. Let's buy a couple of... I might as well buy fields close to you, hadn't I? So there we go. Yep, there we go. Different colours. So they match my rooster.
Well, there we go. Here. We've got some orange fields on the map now.
So they match the same colour as my icon. So
yeah, I beat it. That's why I hosted, so you can have the green.
We're fighting over the colours already. Right, let me buy 54 as well, so we've got 4 fields bought there. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. And I'm guessing... Oh, I can't buy that.
So if you slap down a house, and are you able to sleep then, or is that limited to...
Let's give that a go.
I assume you would be able to.
Let's construct a house. Decoration.
Mechanical Fluff. This is not a dedicated server. It is a local save being hosted by me. But I'm in the Metro Detroit area, and FSG is across the ocean in the UK. You're in the UK, right?
I am indeed.
Yeah.
So again, I'm at one of these little places where there is a, like you said, a placeable. Just down from your farm, there's a lot of little placeables here, but nothing I can put it on. I can't buy that piece of land as well, so I'm actually going to have to I'm going to have to encroach on one of my fields, I think.
Yeah, and that was, I would say, one of the things that disappointed me slightly with the map was not having more usable farms for multiplayer out of the gate.
Yeah. So there we go. We have put a...
Oh, I see the FSG farmhouse. We're going to drive over here.
Let's deform the land slightly as well, which is interesting. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of landscaping there.
Ooh, Jack Adams, that's a great question. Do contracts show on the map when you take them? We'll check that out in a second here. Oh,
It's deformed the land, interestingly.
I see that.
Quite badly, actually.
You sank way down. This is,
I'm trying to smooth
you probably
it off
should have had to house up a bit with a higher foundation. It's an interesting house. I'm curious if I'm like in the way here, if it causes you issues with the landscaping tool.
Let me see what I can do here. Basically, I want to level it out to the same height as here. Is it going to let me do that? See, it's not allowing me to level it now the house is placed. Let me...
Oh, we got JS mapping in the stream. Here, I'm going to stand in the middle of your hole. Let me know if it prevents you from leveling.
Interestingly, it is...
It is?
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah, it wasn't allowing me to because you were there.
Okay. That's cool.
That's good.
I've
noticed that when I was playing. Yeah, I noticed that when I was playing around with the build tools yesterday. That it seems to, if you put your figure exactly where you want to build, it doesn't go down very well. Now look at that. I've leveled that off, and now I've put that in again, and it's
not snapping to an
again.
Appropriate height. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the house. Like, this house is meant to be built on a hill, right? Like, look at the stairs. So this is at a level spot.
Yeah.
But it has this garage that's meant to be a half level lower. So
okay.
I think this is actually working appropriately. It's just a poor placeable, especially given that it's the only house placeable in base game, right?
It is, right.
That's a little wonky.
What I'll do then is if we do this...
Oh, we've got Dennis Farms in the chat as well as JS Mapping.
Wow.
Welcome to the stream, guys.
The big guns are out. So let's just do some landscaping here, get this sorted. It's very responsive. Certainly I've found with landscaping before in multiplayer, it can take a little bit of time to transition over. Again, obviously, local server, a local game save, but that kind of bodes well. It'd be interesting to see how that works on a multiplayer server.
So since somebody asked while FSG gets the house set up, I've accepted Field 28 as a contract. And so if I look at the map here,
there we go.
I'm trying to find Field 28. Right there. It is flashing on the map.
28.
So I can see that Field 28 contract has been accepted by my farm.
Interesting. It's not flashing for me, obviously, because I'm on a different farm.
Yep.
Can you hire me as a contractor now? And
yeah, let's give you contractor rights. So if I come into here, we'll hit the farm for FarmSim guy. We'll grant contractor. And so you now have contractor access.
No, nothing showing for me, so it's not flashing for me there.
Interesting. Have you experienced the awesomeness that is the manual sprayer section control that they've added with FS22?
I have not yet, no.
Oh, all right. I'll bring the sprayer out to a field, and you can come check this out here in just a second. Nice. Now, I discovered this in my last live stream, so I've actually gone and set up the key controls for this. But we have sprayer section control now in base game. It's manual right now, which makes sense because they've already told us that we're going to get optical sensors on sprayers as part of the precision farming early next year.
Nice.
And so automatic section control is going to come as part of precision farming, is my understanding. But we can turn individual sections off on the boom, and it has a cool UI right out of the gate with base game now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
loving that.
I'll show this off on my stream here in Field 28 real quick, and then I'll jump out and you can check this out as well. So for those that are watching, on my side, we've got this partial width section down at the bottom of the help screen here. And I have my keys set up, as you can see on the help menu that's up, is keypad 4. I can turn off the left side booms. So if I move up onto the field, so this is actually spraying, you can see here that I'm turning off the left booms and then I'm turning them back on. So I can now control where I spray in base game. And then you can use by default Control Z to step both sides down into a narrower pattern. So FSG, I'm going to hop out here so you can jump up into this sprayer in Field 28 as a contractor, hopefully.
I'm just running onto the highway down the no entry on the
I see it.
The off ramp.
And so it's cool. You can see on the mini map that I've got FSG's farm colors and his vehicle show up on the map there as a pickup truck. So I like that we have different icons on the map now. It's not just all vehicles and implements.
Yeah. Right, let's jump in. Okay. So I have no HUD yet.
So if you bring up your F1 menu.
Oh, I see. It's saying I don't have access to the land, interestingly.
Oh, because it's a contract.
Yeah.
Jump into my farm real quick.
Yeah, okay. That's a good idea.
I will
join farm.
Give you farm manager just to make sure you can do everything.
Oh, so look at that. In the bottom there,
Isn't
partial
that
width.
Slick?
That's awesome. And it automatically recognizes where you've sprayed and where you haven't.
No, not yet.
The
automatic part, I think, is going to be part of precision farming. I think they're going to wait and add that with precision farming.
Control Z. Okay, so you can put everything on and you come down in increments.
Yep.
That is awesome.
And then there's key controls. If you go into your keys, you can map turning off just left or right side so that you don't have to do both sides down at once.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh. Yeah, people can't see the mini map. My head is in front of it. I moved that so that we could show off the F1 menu. But I can bring up the
my head's in the way as well, but you can see the bottom
thing.
of the you can see the bottom of the menu there, showing where I've sprayed and where I haven't sprayed. Very cool.
So
that's really going to come into its own with precision, isn't it?
It is, and it's just like these are all the coolest mods from FS19. You know, Giants, they were paying attention. They went, that's a great idea. We should add that to the game. I love it. Which
was always the reason for modding, right? Was that they, the community helps them evolve the game, which I think is the right thing to do. Especially when you've got a small community. There we go.
JS Mapping, appreciate the $10 donation there. We're loving it so far. Can't wait to see what you guys are going to do for this game.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Very nice. I like that a lot.
All right.
So is that contract done?
Is that? Oh, let's check. It is completed. So we can go ahead and collect that and make a couple bucks. Very nice.
There we go. I shall jump back to my farm. I think you might have to give me manager access again.
Promote. And then we wanted to check out... we were going to have you sleep in your new house here real quick, just so I can show people how that works out on this end for those that are new to multiplayer. And good time to remind everybody that with FS22 coming out, we're going to have crossplay across PC and consoles now. And so I'm really looking forward to being able to play with our console brethren in multiplayer here.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. My steering is way too sensitive. I need to fix this.
Yes. And I'm giving my stream a sneak peek of what we will probably talk about next while we set up for the production chains here. I'll just drive this beautiful tractor and grain cart around for a while, and then we'll talk about it in just a minute.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Okay, I'm back at the house. Let's advance time by another day, shall we? Just so the guys can see at your end. So let's wake up at 9 AM tomorrow morning. Are we ready to go?
Oh, this is a good one. So it completely locks out my controls. So I just crashed into the dairy. But player FarmSim guy wants to sleep. I'm going to accept the request. And boom, we went through and slept to the next day just like that.
It's good, isn't it? It's very fast.
Now I got to get myself off the front step of the dairy here. So yesterday I went around and harvested quite a bit of corn. I did some sugar beets and got some of the production chains kind of moving so that I could have some materials and a few different things. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of test out how that works across different players. So
yeah, that's a great idea.
One of the things I'm curious about out of the gate, so I already own a number of the production chains on the map. My question for you is, can you buy a grain mill placeable and put it down? Because I already own a grain mill on the map.
Okay, let's find out, shall we? Construction. Let's get into a production zone. Oh, JS mapping, thank you very, very much for the $10. That is very generous of you. Thank you very much indeed for that. As Kederk said, cannot wait to see what you do with maps. With what we've got given to us now. Very excited. So I have dropped a placeable in.
Oh, I've got Julian F. modding in chat as well.
Oh, wow.
Awesome to see you, sir.
How you doing, Julian? Nice to see you.
I'm looking forward to Liberty Fields in FS22 at some point. I loved the sneak peek on FS19 there.
Somebody's just asking in my chat, how's the force feedback? How are you finding it, Kederk? Have you got...
Yeah, so I've played a few force feedback games. I mean, and you've done the racing and stuff. I've done ATS a bit. And I will say... It's enjoyable. My shoulder's actually sore. I'm not used to playing force feedback games. And so, you know, when you're bouncing around in the field, it does jerk you back and forth a little bit, which is very realistic as somebody who's done that in real life before.
Yeah, you notice it, don't you?
You do. I do. I will say, you know, I hate to, you know, twist the negative side of that. I wish it was a little bit more, not responsive, but like if I hit a curb, I should feel it, and I don't most of the time. So I wish it was more reactive to the environment, actually. But other than that, I think it's cool. I think it's an improvement. It's got me using my steering wheel, which I haven't used in a long time in FS19.
Yeah, no, that's great, isn't it? I'm just purchasing myself a combine for my farm here. Get a big case with the Terraflex Draper. There we go. Shall buy those. And I will try and put some stuff into this grain mill I've just purchased.
Oh, and I've got a highlighted chat here from Bank Sinatra that I missed. Appreciate the continued support there, bud. FSG, have you noticed that YouTube introduced the highlighted message function for members?
For members, it's very good, isn't it?
Yeah, they earn the ability to have a message highlighted and put up there in lights in the chat. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little addition, isn't it? Right, there we go. The little ambient sounds as well. I did want to talk about this because I think it's such a subtle change, but it's really, really nice. All the little clunks and bangs on trailers and the hitch noise and all of that, I think is a really nice addition.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think that, like, when you open something, I've got the trailer up here and you can hear the wooden beams sliding across as I open up the curtain trailer.
Yeah.
it's a really subtle thing, but it makes the game so much better. I do enjoy that a lot.
It
It's
does. Just
the
a
immersion.
lot more immersive, isn't it?
Yep, the metal clanks when you're starting the augers up and stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of augers, have you noticed that you can no longer unload a combine or a grain cart unless the vehicle's turned on?
Yes.
I thought that was a cool change. I like it.
Yes, I do. So yeah, switching the auto engine off was one of the first things I did because it's good from that perspective.
We've got DJ modding in the chat here as well.
Hey DJ,
all the
nice to see you.
modders are coming up. It's good to see you, dude.
That might be something to do with the fact that you put testing modding in the testing mods in the title for the stream.
So we've got I'm up here at my main farm here. I've got the 8R, which we've added the US style tractors from the 7R in base game. So at least in my stream, we went through and kind of looked at tire options the other day, and found that the 7R was really the only of the John Deere tractors that had kind of an American style tires. So Dennis Farms and I went through and set this up on the 8R last night. And then we converted this front gravity wagon. So, a lot of people are asking about mods in FS, how they're going to convert from FS19 to FS22. And the answer is there's some work to do, but it's obviously
looking
not
promising,
impossible.
Isn't it?
We got this working, in about a day here. So huge shout out to Tyson over at Dennis Farms for hooking me up with this stuff. I did a little bit of testing for him, but he did all the heavy lifting. And so we're going to play with this a little bit more here today. We've got FSG, you're setting up some production stuff, and we'll put this grain cart to the use to haul some materials around here.
Big shout out to the JS mapping guys who were spamming me with super chats, so thank you very much, guys. That's much appreciated. So, would you like, Kederk, to try your gravity wagon and truck and your 8R with this combine?
Oh yeah, I see you're pulling out with a big case here. I'll run back up to the farm and we'll bring the 8R out here to get some grain for you. Now, have you granted me contract access?
I have not, but I shall do that. So if I go down to here.
So this is the base game 8R. We just added a wheel option, or altered a wheel option maybe, on it to get the row crop duals.
Somebody, I just saw it before, was asking about the performance. MP90 as well, thank you very much for the super chat, that's very kind of you. Performance in FS22, and saying that he struggled in FS19 because of frame rates being poor. Let me just fire up my frame rates there. There we go. It sits very, very well at between... I've got 50. That's the first time I've dipped below 60 frames a second, actually. It was running about between 80 and 90 frames a second in my games the other day.
Yeah, welcome to my save, where I have probably over 100 pieces of equipment now around the map.
Yeah, so that might be having a slight impact. But
we've got Godly Devil here with the highlighted message as well. Sorry, but welcome to the stream, sir. Oh, I'm right in his way. Look at that. Oh. We're trying to push the crash counter today.
So there we go. And for the guys on my stream, what Kederk is driving is... Oh, what's going on here?
I
hired a worker by accident.
Yeah, but multi-terrain angle, when you hire your worker at an angle, he's going to go at an angle, so yeah. I'm liking it.
That is quite good. I should have paid more attention to what I was doing, though, instead of hitting the H button. Let's try again. So those of you in my stream, Kederk is driving mods. They aren't base game. I suppose we could argue the 8R is almost base game, because it's an edit, but it's got the nice narrow row crops on it. But the Brent Auger wagon is, I would say, the first polished, finished mod that I've seen in games. So,
yep. And I talked to Dennis Farms here before the stream. He's planning to release this tomorrow, assuming we don't run into any problems with getting the Giants editor. There's one small thing: you have to open it in the new Giants editor and save it to get an updated shapes file. So there's technically one warning in the log right now.
just one after all of that. It's amazing, isn't it? Bank Sinatra, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. That is awesome.
Same here, Mr. Bank Sinatra. Appreciate the super chat.
But look at that. This is running smoothly.
Doubling up.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, I know. We're in sync. There's no jittering or lagging. I'm not seeing you jump around or anything.
So one of the things Kederk, we were talking about before the stream, Kederk saying that he's had issues in the past with people on servers because just the placement of the vehicles changes depending on where you are, and lag will sometimes mean that it appears to be in one place on the map but isn't actually there. But that was running super slick there, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really awesome. And now we've got, some wheat in here. I'll say, Tyson, you're commenting on maybe releasing this tonight as a beta. We need to fix the tires. The tires sink into the ground ever so slightly. Especially when you're off the field, it's noticeable. But this is what I'm excited for, FSG, is like seeing how excited everybody in the community is. And I mean, we've got modders who don't even have access to the game yet that are trying their hardest to get mods ready for people day one.
Oh, it's awesome, isn't it? So good.
It's just, I love the FarmSim community. It's, everybody is just, we're all out here having a blast.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's a lot to be said for the positivity. And I've been amazed how excited everybody is over the last couple of days. You'll be in the same boat as me, I think, Kederk. It's been a privilege to be able to get early access to this, and kind of we don't take it lightly, and it's been important to show you guys as much as we can.
Yeah, for sure. And we were talking about that in my stream yesterday, is like I've held off on doing a Let's Play series yet because I just wanted to spend all weekend focusing on showing people what's going to be possible in the game, because I know there's so many people out there that haven't pre-ordered yet. They're kind of waiting to see if it's going to be worth it. So
yeah,
we're trying to do our best to showcase what's possible and let you make up your own mind, especially since I'm not allowed to rate the game until Monday. So I'm really looking forward to having a really strong opinion come tomorrow about some things. But
yeah.
A huge, no matter what those opinions are, you have to be thankful to Giants for, letting us be part of the early access here.
What's your general view, to be honest, though, Kederk, without, like you say, without giving it a score or rating it too highly? I mean, obviously you had expectations coming into it, as did I.
Yes.
Have they been met or exceeded, or is it just not quite hit the mark for you?
So I'll say, yeah, so, I mean, I think that's a fair way to put it. I would say my expectations were exceeded. I think I had set my bar pretty low, though, maybe, and maybe that's unfair, but, having been part of the FarmSim community for a while now and seen the transition from 17 to 19,
yeah.
My expectations were low, and I think Giants did a really good job of keeping a handful of things, close to the vest.
Yeah.
And so, even as somebody who knew a lot about what was going on with the game here, to be surprised by things like the sprayer section control. I stumbled across that by accident in the stream the other night, and I'm like, what is this? This is awesome. How come they haven't talked about this? This is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, I think I've done a great job with it. To be honest, in terms of, I mean, there are little glitches and bugs. I don't know if you've seen my animals vid that I put out before yet, but the pigs escape from the pens and run around the yard, which is kind of nice. Yep. But there's very minor stuff. This is a really smooth game launch. When you look at the likes of the GTA trilogy and Cyberpunk and things like that, which have gone appallingly badly for massive companies, I think they've done a really good job with this.
So I'm going to test some things here, and I apologize, Chad. I'm ignoring you. Colt 45, did we take the wheels off the 7R and import them to the 8R? Yes, that's not exactly, but yeah, we took the wheel configuration from one and pushed it to the other. Tyson could probably answer that. Do you want to dump what you have into me? And I'm going to try and steal your grain and put it in my grain bin.
Okay.
And then I'm going to load it back into the wagon if that works, and come back and see if we can dump it into your placeable. Oh, here, let me back up.
No, it's easier for me to move. I'm going to challenge you on a...
Do the grain cart backup challenge. I think I watched the squad did that in a video recently where Buck backed the grain cart up while they were unloading on the go.
Nice. So let me show my guys here. Stekan was asking here, are there any mods yet? Here we have got a modded version of the in-game 8R with new wheels at the back that Dinner's Farms has done for us. Looking really, really good. And this Brent gravity wagon, which, if we can get access to Giant's editor tomorrow, Dinez is going to make sure he releases it. But it's a really nice start. I mean, when you think the game came out on Friday morning, early access, for us to have working mods in game by Sunday, middle of the day, is crazy, right?
Yeah, and let's, I guess I can show off here as well. We do have working lights on the trailer as well, so we've got the rear running lights that come on here. I have blinkers, so if I turn on my left blinker here, you can see it's on. We've got a grain door light here on the left side that comes on now as well. And so we've got all the lights, all the animations when we dump and stuff you guys will see. So it's not just like a quick and dirty conversion here. It's a working mod. It's really good. I'm loving it. Oh, I've got a request to add a second gravity wagon here. So we'll haul this up. I'll dump it at the bin, and then we'll go grab a second gravity wagon at the store and see if that works.
Sounds good. Are you going to dump it at your bins or your production?
Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can steal your grain.
Okay.
Ooh, crash counter +1. And then I'll bring it back with the second gravity wagon.
Okay. I'll come and observe. I want to see the animation as it dumps.
I've got to do a circle here, get the grain door on the right side. And for those that were asking, I have my frame rates on the screen up there. It's a little hard to see over the in-game text, but I am running at 4K with all the settings at the maximum values. Oh, let's pull all the way up here. Here we go. We're dumping.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. I love the motion blur on the
animations.
On the animations, it's really nice.
They do that on when you're unfolding in the wings and stuff too. I noticed it's good.
So it's safe to say you've rustled my grain.
Yeah, exactly. So let's. I'll leave it there. I'll come back with 2 wagons, and then I'll bring it up to your place, and we'll see what we can do with it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll go and finish the combining.
Ooh, man. Stream, you're in for a bit of a painful experience here. It's been a while since I backed a gravity wagon up to another wagon. Without super strength, this might take a couple tries.
Phoebe, will it be present on Xbox Pass on the PC? Because I can't see it on the Microsoft Store yet. I don't think for PC you can get it through the Xbox Store. I think you might have to pre-order from Giants or Steam or somewhere like that, but don't quote me on that.
Justin Risinger, we have mods already because Tyson and I stayed up until 5 a.m. Getting this working last night. So
hey,
Dazed,
how you doing?
And I tested it out.
Dazed Williamson Digital Farm, who runs the FS FarmSim Reddit channel, is in my chat. Friend of the
stream.
Friend of the channel. Are the options to move or scale the HUD thinking for ultra-wide monitors? You can scale it. I'm running it at, I think, 80% at the moment, which seems to be a nice balance. I felt it was a little bit on the large side if you ran it at 100%, but it always anchors to the edge of the screen, so depending on your screen size, it will anchor to the outside edges. So if you're running a big super wide, it should sit on the edges, and you can adjust the size of it.
I think my stream's laughing at me right now. I'm trying to back this axle trailer up here. In real life, I would have we always did this with the skid loader. I would just put the skid loader on the tongue.
I could have got all of this row if I'd been paying attention.
Funny, I always tell my kid not to text and drive, and then I'm trying to read YouTube chat and drive and game all the time
right?
here. I'm like,
Always
this is
happens.
why.
King Gamer, can I do production chains? So we are in the process of doing some tests on production chains at the moment, King. We're going to try and dump some grain into the grain mill we've got here and take things from there.
Oh, we did it. Sorry, we have two gravity wagons. That was painful. Sorry, guys.
I'm going to have to tune back in to watch that on your stream at the end.
Tim Maslin, welcome to the stream. It's always good to see you, man. Can I show the 8R options in the store? So the 8R is the same as it is in base game. We've shown off a lot of the vehicles. We just added the row crop tires, so that's the edit here. Mississippi Farmer, this gravity wagon is not likely to come to console. This is a quick PC edit that Dennis Farms worked on last night. So we're just testing out the whole how modding works in FarmSim today.
Scuff, you may be able to get it downloaded tomorrow from Tyson Deniz's Facebook page. So keep an eye on that. He will release it as and when it is potentially ready. I'm going to see if I can dump straight into here from a combine. We can. Interesting. Would you say the learning curve is any easier for newish players? I've only played about 20 hours of FS19. Frank, yes, and I also think that the new tools they've introduced, the FarmSim Academy, has got lots of helpful videos and stuff, so I think they've put a lot of effort into increasing the ease of understanding of the game for new players, for sure. Yeah.
Have you tried the tutorial FSG that from the start of the game?
I haven't yet, no. No, I did enjoy the ones from 19.
I should have played through it just to be able to talk intelligently about how good that is going to be for new players, but I haven't tried it. It probably has some really useful information that we're missing out on.
Yeah, probably. We could probably learn a thing or two from it.
Oh, here's a deer in front of me on the road here, guys. I know people have been asking about the deer running around. They'll jump out and run in the field. It's pretty awesome. I like that. It feels realistic.
Yeah. Okay, I've dumped the rest of the oats from my combine into the grain mill there. So,
well, we're pulling up now with some oats, and I have some corn, which I don't think the grain mill needs, but we'll find a use for it.
Mr. Simulation, how come PC get brand name stuff in game, but if it's named brand on console, it gets turned into Lizard? It's all about licensing, Mr. Simulation. Sony and Microsoft obviously don't want large lawsuits or to be given any reason to be taken to court for using brand names that they haven't paid a license for. Obviously on PC it's a lot harder to control. But the benefit of that is that we do seem to get a lot of additional mods.
All right, so I'm curious, FSG. I do have an overload option here. And so I'm going to start overloading, and it's going in.
Okay. Yeah, and I can see it.
Stop overloading for a second here. Now, I'm curious, what kind of settings do you have me set at right now in the farm management screen?
You are a contractor.
So if you remove my contracting rights, and I'm going to back up here off the trigger.
There we go. Remove contractor access. Change contractor. Do you really want to remove Kederk from your farm? Yes, I do. He's nothing but trouble.
There we go. So if I pull up here onto this platform now, I don't get an option to dump into your bins.
How good is that?
So if you're a contractor, I mean, it works. I assume it's using similar logic to how I can deliver grain into your silo systems.
Yeah. Let me turn you back on.
So you would have, we could arrange a deal then, right, where you transfer 100,000 and it pops right up. I didn't even have to leave the trigger.
Look at that. That's slick,
so yeah.
isn't it?
So we could have a player on the map who wants to do productions but not necessarily do the farming, and you could make an arrangement, transfer some money, get some grain.
Yep. Dazed is asking, can you remove contractor status from players when they're not on the server? That's one worth checking, actually, isn't it?
You would, yeah. I think the only way some hosting would be for you to exit to test that.
Yeah.
But
maybe we'll do that towards the end of the stream.
Yep, that's a good one.
So what we want to do here, we'll process some of this flour. I'm interested to see now from my grain mill, if you, Kederk, have got a bakery, could we use the flour? Can I use the flour to your bakery, or do I need to be contracted to you to use it? And that's going to be, or would I need to sell it to you?
That's a great question. So I'll buy the bakery that's on the map here, if I can find it real quick.
We might need to skip forward some time to...
Oh, that's right. I just visit it and purchase it that way.
Did Giants fix the lag in a steering wheel in multiplayer? Peter, I'm playing with a steering wheel now, and I've got 0 lag, so I'm going to say potentially.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, that was why I stopped using the steering wheel, was during the multiplayer live streams. Ooh, collectibles.
Oh, have you found I haven't found a single collectible yet.
Oh yeah, I found like 10 or so now.
I need to get onto that. We'll
leave it to DJ to do the 100 collectible video, though. I'm not sure I'm up for trying to find them all. I don't have that kind of time. Oh, I've got Large H in the chat as well. How's it going, sir? Good to see you.
Nice to see you. Can you take the checkpoint animations away? Yes, you can. So these blue discs, if you don't want these, you can switch these off in the menus. It's just a one-click to turn them off. In fact, let me just show you now, so you can...
What is that setting name?
Interactive zone markers. If you just turn those off, it says show yellow and black markers around interactive zones, so it gets rid of the black and white yellow hatchings, and it also gets rid of the blue highlighted discs as well. I have to say, I turned them off last night and turned them back on after about 5 minutes because I couldn't find any triggers at all. So, oh, you must have turned them off because
I turned them off and then I turned them back on.
Oh, that's interesting. I think we found a bug.
Did they turn off for you just now?
I'm turning off the wrong one. A total user error. I was turning off field information. There we go. Hackett, thank you for joining, my friend. How are you? Ryan Vol, I don't think the FarmSim guy saw my super chat. I apologise, Ryan. If you want to pop your question back in, I will try and answer it.
So I now have a bakery, which requires a whole bunch of inputs here for different things, but bread is just the flour.
Yeah. Can you speed the time up so we can process some of this flour, and then hopefully we'll get a pallet or two coming through. I should actually check my settings and make sure I'm not selling it. So one of the things in productions is you can store it, you can distribute it, and you can oat flour. There we go. Status inactive. Let's turn it running. Okay, and we are storing it, but you can change it to selling, distributing.
So if you set that to distributing, I'm curious if it'll distribute to another production chain because you have contractor access.
That's right. So that's gone up to, we've got 400, 600 litres now, so it's clicking up all the time. We should I think very soon.
Yeah. It's got to get to like 750 or 500 or 1,000 or something.
Yeah, it's not showing in my spawn point. So I'm interested to see.
I think if you're on distributing, it'll store it internally until it finds a need for it.
Pallet Ken, how is the game in terms of performance? I would say streets ahead of 19 so far. What's your opinion on crossplay and dealing with slots on PC, Kederk?
That's a great question.
Isn't it?
I'm planning to run at least one of my servers that I run for the community as a slot-based console-compatible server. I think that very quickly I'm going to end up, wanting to use all of the awesome mods that come out for PC. So, I think it'll really come down to the community, right? Are they playing on next-gen consoles, or are they playing on, the what are they called? The old school,
PS4.
the PS4, the Xbox One.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably, kind of take a poll in the community and see what happens. But with the slot counts being increased, I mean, that's only goodness, right?
Yeah, I mean, 300% big. I mean, you've got 5,000 or something slots on PS5, so, that's huge. Argsy's just joined with a broken heart and said, I can't believe you're doing this to me.
That's too funny. So you've probably got enough flour that if you switch it to store, you should be getting pallets.
That's right. Yeah.
Definitely. So I'll drive a forklift over to your farm here because I have one right nearby. If you want to come over and...
So distributing, though, why? I'm getting nothing in distributing. I wonder what's happening with that, do we think?
So distributing means that you will distribute it to another production chain building that you own.
Without touching it. Okay, that I own. So it's clearly not working across. I can't send it to another
player's production.
Yeah. So
which makes sense. I probably wouldn't want that, to be honest. Yeah. That would get confusing because then which player does it go to if there's two players that have it?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, Kederk, you can knock the time back down now. I've got 5 pallets of flour here, so...
Cool. If you want to jump over to my farm, I have a curtain semi already set up there. And I'm cutting through your fields here with a forklift.
This was a bit of a revelation last night. This curtain side trailer is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, yeah. You can even put a tractor inside.
THP is asking, what are your opinions on the lighting? Because of FS19, there were a few mods that had shadow lighting for tractors. I think the lighting model is better so far from what I've seen in 22. I think it's going to be interesting to see when the modders come out what they can do with it. But I think we've definitely seen some improvements there. MRG Mapping is in the stream as well. Hello, sir.
Oh man, we've got all the big guns. Hope you're doing well, MRG.
Shiggy, thank you very much for your super chat. That's incredibly kind of you, sir. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to put out all this content over the last few days and show you guys what is, I think, personally, a great improvement on 19. I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. I was saying the other day, I don't know what you think, Kederk, but this game is built on the mods, right? So what Giants have provided us here is a really brilliant base to start from. Apologies, I had open curtain side. Why can't I switch sides? Curtain right back. There we go. Left front. There we go.
Sweet.
Oh look, you've got 4 jars of honey sitting in the back there as well.
Yeah, that's slow to get. So I was like, I don't know what we're gonna make, but I'll just start putting this in the semi.
Mr. Simulation, that gravity wagon is a mod. It will be coming out, hopefully, tomorrow. Tyson Deniz Farms has been working like a Trojan to get this ready. It's got a few little things we need to sort on it. He's going to have to wait until Giant's editor arrives before we can edit it to get it into FS22 officially, because it's throwing up a few warnings at the moment, and there's some small tweaks that need to be done, but in general it's pretty much there, and it looks very, very good. This is also a mod. When I say it's a mod, it's probably a rework of the ATAR, the in-game ATAR, but what they've done is
correct.
They've lifted the wheels off the 7R was the only tractor that had row crop tyres in for US versions of the mod, so we've shifted those tyres over. When I say we, I have done nothing with this other than put it in the game. Tyson's done all the hard work, but he's done a fantastic job with it, and it looks really, really good. So how are you finding the new forklift physics?
So I will say both forklift and I did some bale work seem greatly improved. I'll say the things on the ends, like when you pick up a bale or a forklift, they feel heavier, more solid. They're not jittery. They don't bounce around. There's still some odd physics in the game, right? Yeah. But for the first time in my FarmSim history, I've actually loaded bales and pallets successfully. I always give up and just get an auto load trailer. It's my one realism flaw, but we don't have that option, and this is not as painful as I expected it to be.
It's almost enjoyable. I was doing the same last night with this curtain side, and it was actually an enjoyable experience rather than a rage quit experience. So
exactly.
So yes.
Now I tipped a pallet over out of the back of a pickup, and it's difficult to get the things right-sided without super strength.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for those that are asking, we've got a lot of modders in the chat. I've heard that Giant's editor is going to release on Monday, tomorrow. So that's the rumor. Supposedly Kermit announced that during the FarmSim show on Friday. I missed it. I was in my own stream at the time, I believe. But maybe if you go check out the recording on DJ Goham's YouTube channel of the FarmSim show, I think Kermit was on there talking about Giant's editor coming out.
There we go. Let's strap down. And close the curtain side up. Love the animation on this as well.
Yep. I've got two questions in chat. One, can I jump into the truck with you? I cannot. So that's still the same as it was in FS19. And then the second question is, does sleeping affect production? So, well, we can go find out. If you want to run that truck up to the bakery, I'll advance the time here by sleeping after you've got the flour loaded in.
Right, let's get this onto the road.
The bakery is right up on the main road here towards the shop.
Let me see. Fast food restaurant. Nope. Bakery. I see it. The Kederk Farms Bakery.
I guess I could take the easy route to get up there since I don't have a vehicle. What is it?
Let's be honest. As soon as we get Giant's editor, we're going to slap logos on everything, aren't we, Kederk?
Oh yeah, that's the that's the first thing we're doing. Updating the logo editing video, and away we go.
Yeah. It's me, Bailey. Can you play keyboard and mouse on PS4? I believe you can if you've got a compatible mouse and keyboard.
Something we didn't talk about at the beginning of the stream, but we were having the technical difficulties because of it. Giants has added in-game voice chat to support that is supported across the crossplay. So if you're on PC and somebody else is on Xbox, you'll be able to talk to each other in-game using voice chat. But I believe they announced that text chat is only available for PC players.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be a tight squeeze for this massive truck. Oh, no, it's pretty wide there. Okay.
Pleasant View Farms. I do actually enjoy how FSG pronounces my name. It's got the fun accent there. I'm gonna have to get FSG to record my audio intro to the channel at some point.
Voiceover fees apply.
Exactly.
I'll sell you 5,000 litres of oat flour. So interestingly, it is not going into your bakery. Yeah.
Because I have loaded it out of the truck directly for one of the other placeables.
Let me open the side up.
Let me make sure that you're a contractor. FarmSim guy has contract access.
No, it is not unloading.
Okay, well, we're real close to the store here, so I'll just get another forklift. We'll mix it up. We'll get the Manitou.
So what I'll do, I will reverse out of here and find an appropriate place to park. I'll open the other side of the truck, actually.
Oh, this one's so much faster than the electric forklift.
I did laugh on your stream the other night when you were driving across the map at 9 miles an hour. It was like, this is a bad choice.
Got a flatbed. Scooter, we're playing locally hosted right now, so I'm hosting the game, which is why there's no millisecond latency in my minimap, and FSG is joining me from the UK. So we are international game here.
I have to say, it's I've had no lag stops or anything. If you drive in on this side, Kederk, I'll...
Oh, is it open on the other side? Or
yeah.
There's a curb there. I don't know if I'm gonna have trouble unloading on the grass.
Woohoo!
Oh, you've got a... Oh, you're gonna pull in front. There we go. That'll work.
Go. Pressure's on now.
I know.
You have
600 people watching me.
600 people and 932 in my stream, so...
Oh, man.
No pressure, you know.
Oh, we pushed it almost out of the zone here.
Alright, so let's see what happens now.
There we go. We're in cab here trying to load this flour. It's not loading. What's going on? Maybe it's not active in my production chain. It is definitely active.
That's interesting. And this worked the other day for you, right?
Yes, it did. Here, why don't you hop in? Maybe it's your flour?
It is my flour.
Did you give me contractor rights back?
I did, because you couldn't tip it without them.
Huh.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the output point. Look, somebody's just pointed out.
I'm dumb.
White blur.
Yeah.
Good spot. It's here. It's because there's no...
there's no the yellow check marker around it.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, there you go. Scooter Workbench, it was a single-player game that I converted to multiplayer. And in theory, you can convert it back to single-player if you want. It'll just merge all of the assets into a single farm again.
Days, to answer your question as well, can you unload direct from the trailer? Yes, so if Kederk, actually, if you jump in the truck...
Oh, yeah.
And
now
drive
that we know what we're doing. See if I can do this without... Oh, this one has it too. All the placeable areas, I'm going to swing around here, have one of those transformers right next to the pull-in so that you're going to crash into it trying to pull a semi into the production
right on the edge.
Here we go.
Left the side open, so you should... Watch this, it should...
Yeah, it'll start pulling even when you have the straps. And one thing I like, watch the straps. They auto-strap down after the item is gone. They don't just stay floating in the air anymore.
Listen to the ratchet as well. You hear that
It's
tiny
awesome.
ratchet?
The little sounds.
Yeah,
the
so
little
good.
sounds.
So good.
living. Yeah. For those that aren't in my stream, if you're in FSG's stream, I recreated my character to look as close to myself as possible.
It's actually brilliant.
Awesome. And I love the character customization options. I have to say they knocked that part out of the park as well, especially for the RP streamers.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Really, really good.
All right, so all of this was to do a quick test. So we have almost 5,000 liters of flour. What I want to do is sleep for the night and see if all of that gets automatically converted over. So I'm going to jump over to my house here real quick and hit sleep.
I shall
see
wait
if the
here.
Production chains work.
And see what happens. Obviously, it'll switch to the... There we go. Kederk Farms was to sleep. Accept request. Yes. So we will just scroll through the night. Hopefully it'll put me back where I was standing. And we have bread.
And I will bring up the production chains menu. We used up 2,000 liters of our flour while we slept there, creating 400 liters of bread here, so it went pretty fast. I'm going to jump back over to the production chain building. And so some of the production chains are kind of slow, right?
Yeah. I think some of them are slow. I wonder if they'll tweak some of these and adjust the timings on some of them. It's going to be interesting.
I love it. So to answer the question that was asked earlier, yes, sleeping will cause the production chains to run because we jumped forward quite significantly there from where we were at.
You can't pick this up when it's full, but I noticed on your honey, Kederk, before, you can pick it if it's half full. You can pick it up. Yeah, so if you've got half a pallet, you can pick it up, but then it gets too heavy if it's a full pallet.
And everything seems to have a weight in the game, and so a lot of things that, you know, you can pick up a lot of things you didn't used to be able to, a lot of decorative items around the map. And then, because it's raining, I'll also show off here real quick when you're in a vehicle with windshield wipers. You can kind of hear that thunk when it gets to the edge. Just the little sound details are pretty fun.
I also like the in-cab rain sound. That was a mod, obviously, in 19, but that kind of muffled banging of the rain on the vehicle is nice as well.
The screams for a brewery in my chat already. There's definitely going to be some mods out for the additional things you can do with wheat and barley and grain crops, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be whiskey, beer, wine,
you name it,
a slaughterhouse. They're all going to be coming pretty quick. I love Scorpion's just saying the bread, the little breads look really nice.
Oh yeah.
The detail in the close-up animations is really nice. So that was great. That's good that you can work that cross. So as long as you're a contractor, it would appear, you can work in tandem. Depending, it doesn't really matter who owns the production point. You can share your stuff. I guess the other way is you can't sell it between players, can you? Could you buy? Could you buy flour off one other farmer?
You would have to have a little bit of the honor system, right?
Yeah.
You know, they deliver 10,000 liters of flour, and then I transfer $1 million to your bank account through the interface.
Yeah, most expensive bread in the world.
It's gourmet.
That was good to see. That was good to see. I think bread will be made a lot. I can't see me making many cakes. It's going to take me an eternity to gather all those assets.
I mean, I made the sugar with the sugar beets because I was like, oh, maybe we'll do cakes. And then I looked at all the other things you need. Like, nope.
That's going to be like
setting up a chicken coop and a dairy operation for a live stream in a couple of hours. That's just too much.
Where does the bread
as you play
sell?
A game?
Todd is asking where the bread sells, so let's go and have a look. I think if we go into
the prices menu,
bread, Grocery Mart, Johnson's Farmers Market, and the Red Marble Bowling Restaurant. For
5,000. Wow.
That is the
We're gonna
most
be
expensive
rich.
bread I have ever seen. How much is in that pallet?
That's a great question. Let's look here. Bread. We've got 436 liters. So that pallet's a couple grand.
Couple of grand. That better be tasty bread, right?
Have you noticed in the price menu the seasonal fluctuations button? So if you select bread and
look
at
at
the
that.
bottom
That's
there,
nice, isn't it?
you can get a feel for where the high point is for items.
Nobody eats bread in May, June, July, and August. But as it rolls into winter and they're looking for something a little bit more substantial, the price goes back up. I like that. Good spot.
Yes. Godly Devil, we're going to have the Kederk Farms microbrewery. My first placeable. Now, for those that are asking, though, Giants has already said that those are mods that they won't be allowing on the mod hub because they do have to maintain their PEGI 3 rating. And so that's why you're not seeing, wine or beer or things like that in the base game, or you won't see them on the mod hub likely either. Those will be, the more themed mods will be PC.
Does sleep affect AI workers' progress? I don't think it will.
I've tested that in my previous stream. They'll continue to work while you're sleeping, but they don't speed up.
Yeah, they'll just run at the normal pace, 6 miles an hour, or whatever it is. They'll just keep going through the night, even though you're skipping 12 hours. They won't completely finish the field and go home.
Yep. I've got a couple of questions about multiplayer server hosting. And so we are on a local server. What that means is that I'm hosting the game on my computer right now, and FSG is connecting to my computer from the UK. So I'm in Metro Detroit. So, you see us running around here. He's not lagging or glitching or anything. It looks good.
It's really smooth.
What we will be able to do in the future, come Monday, is I will be standing up a dedicated server, and that'll be hosted by a third party, and it'll always be on. So even if I'm not running my game, right now, if I turn my computer off, FSG is going to get booted, right?
Yeah.
A dedicated server means it'll be there, it'll be running, you can connect. Even if nobody's on, it'll still be running. And that will work cross-play. So those dedicated servers can be set up so that Xbox players can join, PC players can join, all on the same server.
Jeff Vogel's asking, is it possible to park the truck in the loadout spot, and will the bread auto-load into the trailer? I don't believe we have any auto-load facilities in the base game mods, do we? Everything is...
I don't think so, but you know what? We can test it. Let's get this pallet out of the way. We can park the truck here and skip a day. My terrible in-cab driving experience here.
Right, let's see if I can make this turn.
Yeah, it's a little tight in here.
Wasn't designed for a massive...
But it's the only vehicle really kind of designed for it that I found, at least.
Yeah, unless you're going to haul like 2 over the map on it in a 4x4.
All right, so you're all parked here. What do I need to sleep? All right, let me jump over to the farm real quick. And we'll sleep a day.
MRG's asking if there's a karaoke bar in Elm Creek.
Oh, man. If not, there will be.
I was going to say, there's a mod there. I want the MRG Karaoke Bar as a mod. If anybody's out there listening and feels like making
MRG's first official placeable.
Yeah. And when you walk into it, it plays a selection of songs chosen by MRG himself.
Did I not sleep?
Oh, sorry, I didn't press the button. I'm too busy reading the chat. There we go. So, interestingly, no more bread has come out.
Well, we didn't... we did sleep. It's 8 a.m. Or no, we didn't sleep. Let me sleep again.
Right.
I think too much time passed.
There we go. I'm looking at the raining sky. Lewis Todd, is there going to be PC only mods again, or is that not a thing now? There will be, Lewis. All of the things that you can't put onto console will still come out for PC. Scripted mods and things like that are unfortunately still going to only be kind of the domain of PC, unless they're added to the base game. Okay, so nothing has come out because I wonder if it's sensing that the trailer is on there. If you roll this out of the way, and it might instantly appear.
And if I look inside my production chains building, I do have 1,500 liters of bread stored. So if I jump into this truck and pull forward, I bet it'll spawn out on the ground here.
There we go, straight away.
There it is.
So that's nice, isn't it? You know, in the old days, that would have spawned and bumped the trailer up in the air and would have caused
given
all
you
kinds
an
of
error.
problems. Yeah.
You know, can't spawn any more bale or pallets, right, with the sheep and stuff.
That's right.
For those that watch my achievement series, the messages drove me insane.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's nice. Just subtle. Like it feels, all of this feels just like the game has been polished more. A lot of those frustrating little glitches have been ironed out, which is great. I like that. What company is going to do dedicated servers? You play on Xbox One X, and my friend and girlfriend all play at different times normally. Dedicated servers. I think all the main server game servers I know are doing them. Natrado are doing them. Are you a G-Hub guy?
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess we can both do our plugs here. I'm a G-Portal partner, and so I have a code in my description. If you want to host a dedicated server for FS22, you can already pre-order them, and if you use my code, you'll get a discount on your pre-order.
And likewise, I'm with game servers who are doing exactly the same, and on my Discord, I've got a discount code as well, so...
And we'll be having dedicated servers up on Monday. It sounds like I've been talking to, my provider here, G-Portal, and they're looking forward to getting people into FS22. So it sounds like dedicated servers should be ready to launch tomorrow.
Awesome. Have we tried forestry claws and other felling trees? I've cut a couple of trees down just to hear the noise, but beyond that, I haven't done anything.
We tested out using the new forestry equipment that had just come out in the DLC for FS19. We did a few trees with that yesterday in the live stream as well.
Nice. Nice. Have you done any forage harvesting yet, Kederk?
I have. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, then we need to do that. If people haven't seen forage harvesting, it is improved drastically.
Right, let's do that then.
Do you want to get the Forage Harvester then, since you haven't done it, and I'll get a trailer and a tractor?
I will. I shall ask my chat which Forage Harvester would they like me to use. I think I know the answer, but I will ask anyway. We've got 5 to choose from. The Class Jaguar, the Fendt Katana, the 9000, the New Holland, or the Krone.
We're going to do
okay, we've got a few flexibles, but yeah, it looks like the Fence winning. A few John Deere. Oh, no, John Deere's making a comeback here. Oh, a few classes are coming in. Oh, this is close. I should have done this as a survey in Nightbot. Oh, it's a close run thing between the Fendt and the John Deere, I think.
While we're getting set up for a little bit of forage harvesting, what else would you guys like to see today in multiplayer? Any questions?
Why did I ask? They're going for it big time now. I think John Deere might have just snuck it. There we go. Middle pipe, short pipe, or long. Always go for a long pipe. Okay, there we go. We've gone John Deere. You can stop spamming now. Okay. Forage Harvester.
And then was that field 55 that we were by that had corn?
It was, yeah.
All right, perfect. Victor has a question. If Farm 1 owns a factory, can Farm 2 use it for a profit to Farm 1? Yes, so that's kind of what we just tested here, is that you can dump products into Farm 2's, or, if Farm 1 owns a production facility, Farm 2 can dump products into it, but then Farm 1 still owns that product. It's sitting in their production facility. So, there's a little bit of the honor system in, if you're going to set something up multiplayer, to make sure that you're paying the other player for his contributions.
There we go. Somebody just asked to look at the walkabout mother bins, so I'm just showing them those.
Yes, we have one of them sitting on the side of the field as well.
There we go. Very nice. It's not showing me what the volume is. What will the volume be on that? 225,000 or 250,000 litres?
For Billy, the sugar beet stuff we have here is similar to 19, although I believe this Rexor is a different harvester. If you watch my live stream from last night, we actually did some sugar beet harvesting. And Tyson Dennis has already released the edit to the 8R for those that have been asking. So if you want some US style rear tires, let me see if I can actually find it here to show people what we're talking about that are just joining the stream.
I shall show people as well.
Here, I'll hop out of it so you can tab to it if you need to.
I'm just going to show in the store. So there we go. In the store, in brackets, 8R US, in brackets, mod.
We've got US style rear tires, and Tyson Dennis is also working on these Brent Gravity wagons, which should hopefully release on Monday. There's some changes that need to be made with the new Giants editor before release. But
looking
coming
really good.
Soon.
Looking really, really good. Amazing work. So quick.
And the link to Tyson Dennis's or Dennis Farms' Facebook and YouTube pages are in the description of my live stream. So if you want to check him out and show him some support, please do so. Oh my goodness. Appreciate the super chat there, Altoona. FSG, I have a foghorn that comes on when people donate, and so I fall out of my chair almost every time.
I got upset. I got a lot of upset people in my stream on Friday because it was just going off constantly. Farmer Taz with the super chat as well. Thank you very much. He's saying only a third of people have hit the like button. If you can hit the like, it does help both my channels. It just helps with the old YouTube algorithm and making sure if you like the content that other people get to see it as well. So always helpful if you are enjoying it to give us a quick like. Is there any way of manual attach? No, not yet, somebody. Don't think we've got that in.
We're going to pick this most ridiculous trailer for running. Appreciate the super chat there, Todd.
Alright, let's fire things up. I love the detail in these cabs as well. We've done a great job with it. And this header is huge, 9-meter header.
Yeah, now watch this detail.
Oh, look at the way the corn goes into the...
Yeah.
Look at the way that wraps around as it's pulled in. Oh, I love that. I'm actually really liking the texture that it leaves behind as well.
Yep, so now we have proper forage harvesting textures, so you don't have chaff on the ground anymore, which is really cool. But yeah, the header pulling the corn in and the way it just kind of sucks it into the center, I thought that looked really cool.
Really nice. Really nice. I'll turn around and come back the other way rather than do the headland.
Yeah. You've got a long pipe on this side.
Look at that. It's still filling up as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, we're already at 50% full here. I can't recall if I'm running with the weight adjustments on the multiplayer server here. Have you played much with the trailer weight limit options?
I did put it on the other night, and I think it topped out at about 87% in my trailer. Wouldn't fill the trailer right up.
Yep.
Which is quite nice. I like that.
The Demco grain cart, the big 2200, when you're harvesting corn topped out at 47% in
No.
my harvest. I'm like, that's gotta be a bug. Somebody's gotta fix that.
Yeah, that is... that's not ideal, is it? There we go.
But this big Demco will take 100%, at least with chaff, so we're full now. 16,800 acres, or liters.
Can you cut the corn when it's still green? Good question. I don't know, actually.
You can. I did that when I was setting up for animals.
And does it give you a higher yield?
That I don't know.
Because that would be the reason to do it, wouldn't it? Or
sounds like a Farmer Cop video to me.
It does, doesn't it?
He did all of those side-by-side comparisons of
Let's challenge
every
him.
detail.
I want to know if dual wheels leave less compaction. I want to know if you can cut corn green and it gives you more. Let's give him a list of stuff. Let's keep him quiet for a while. He's going too fast at the moment.
I know. So I'm gonna build a silage pit here real quick and see what dumping this thing out is gonna be like.
Where are you?
I'm gonna put this large. I can't fit the large one. We'll do a smaller one here, right in the middle of this little field.
Just trying to find out where you are. Actually, I can't see you.
Oh, I drove back up to my farm with the trailer
I see you
here.
now. I see you now. Yeah.
This is probably not the optimal trailer for this, but it
Cut
should
green
work.
corn for biogas. Okay, there you go.
Appreciate that super chat there, Stein. So we've got 3% chaff here. Oh my goodness, Argsy Gaming with the super chat. Appreciate you, mate. We're going to be getting in here with you come soon here. Hopefully next weekend or the weekend after we can do some more multiplayer live streams.
Yeah, we can just put
Get
him on
into actually playing.
We'll move some heavy equipment and we'll leave him back feeding sheep or something back at the farm.
Somebody's got to do those sheep videos.
Oh, Argsy, thank you for the super chat here as well. Brilliant, mate. Thank you. So there we go.
So yeah, that trailer doesn't hold nearly as much as I thought. But then, actually, if you look at it volume-wise, this is the other thing. Have you played with scooping materials up off the ground yet with a front loader?
I have, and the fill planes are awesome.
Yes.
One of the things I really enjoy.
Demo set up here in the Field 57 that I'll jump over to real quick for my stream, just because I have the equipment here. So I have a truck full of manure. And I'm going to dump this out on the ground here. And we can load this manure up with this big bucket into our manure spreader. And one of the things that I thought was so cool, and I was kind of curious to see how well this works in multiplayer, because pushing things around on the ground got to be a little glitchy at times in FS19. See how I'm pushing the manure pile around with the bucket?
It pushes it further
full?
on. Yeah, it's great.
That's so cool.
And then the fill plane, when you look at the fill plane, if you tilt that back, that looks way more natural than it used to look. It just used to go flat, didn't it? It used to go flat.
Yeah.
Like it was liquid, but this has some mass to it. It's great.
And so this just goes along with the pallet handling and the bale handling mechanics. Like all of this stuff just feels so much more natural. It isn't glitchy. It just works smoothly. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's great. Really nice. Really nice. Everything feels just like I said before, polished. Everything's a little bit slicker.
Justin
really,
Williams with the $20 super chat. Man, I appreciate you. He says, great job on all the previews this weekend. Really enjoying the dual stream.
Likewise, Justin, thank you very much on this side as well. I got the same, so you're a very, very, very kind man.
Very generous. We'll definitely have to find some more time to try and collaborate. It's hard with all of the time zones sometimes, but having a blast here with FSG.
Yeah, No, it's great. It's worked out nicely. It's coming up to 6:30 in the evening in the UK, so ideal. Ideal. Somebody was asking, they can't place my accent. I am from the northwest, but I've lived in Scotland for 25 years, so I've got a pretty Franken accent going on, I think. Is there a Pottinger Forage Harvester? There is not, somebody. No, there's just the 5 that we saw there before.
Noggy, I haven't done enough chaff or forage harvesting to see if the chaff is going to go through the walls yet or not, but in the little bit I've done, it has behaved appropriately.
Yeah. Old Cranky's just saying on my stream, never seen a multiplayer game without stutter. This hasn't skipped a beat the entire...
Not once.
I mean, what have we been playing now for an hour and 38 minutes? It's absolutely smooth as can be. Like I said, you know, this is a local game, so it will be interesting to see how it compares to a live server, but it's been super slick. I've been really impressed with it.
Well, and I would expect a dedicated server, in theory, to perform better, right? I mean, exactly. I'm a single box streamer, so on my computer, I'm streaming, I'm running in 4K, I'm hosting the multiplayer server, and I wouldn't be surprised if my teenager isn't upstairs playing video games on the internet at the same time. So.
Yep, same in my house. I've got Netflix running in another room. Pretty sure the PlayStation's on upstairs as well. So,
yep,
I'm pretty impressed.
Terry Myers, I believe the Gravity Wagons should release tomorrow. It's really up to if Giant's editor comes out or not to get the full release. Tyson Dennis hinted that he may just release them as a beta tonight with the warnings in the log, just so people have some cool mods on day one.
Jared Langton, how does the animal feeder work? If you're meaning the robot in the animal shed, I just put a video out before, but it's really clever the way it works. Really clever.
Scooter's Workbench says FSG is from Alabama. That's why you can't place the accent.
Oh, brilliant.
Where's my... There we go.
Do they have portable fuel tanks? Can I show skid steer options? Yes, I will quickly jump in and show you all 2 of the skid steer options. They're almost exactly the ones that were in 19.
But then you can show off the, 12 telehandler options.
That's right. There is telehandlers galore. Telehandler. There we go. We have got a Schaefer. We've got an electric one, which runs at 15 kilometers an hour, which is slow. But look at all this. Brilliant. That JCB's ace. Love that. So you've got some nice options in here now. Can't find the max amount of workers on a dedicated server. It will be hired. Oh, actually, hired workers. I don't know. Actually,
hired.
You've got.
Shall we try it?
16 people can be doing it. But yeah, well, let's see how many. Let's see how many hired workers we can use.
I think in FS19 it was based on the max number of players the server was set up for. So if you had it set to 16 players, I thought that it worked so that you could have that many hired workers, and then as people joined, the number of hired workers available would drop down. Yeah. I could be mistaken. But this game is set up as a 4-player maximum, so it'll be curious to see how many hired workers we can get going. So I'm going to try to find some equipment that can be hired out here. Here we go. I've got a planter. This is not a direct drill planter, though.
I've got the 8R sitting in the field here with the corn planting in it. Let me just send him on as well.
Yeah, the John Deere planter is a direct drill, so that shouldn't matter with tillage. I've got a 9RX with a field cultivator. I'll get this going, and then I'll run the planter behind it. That'll get a couple more going.
So it appears I can't hire a worker on your land. I don't have one if I don't have permissions to do that. Did you upgrade me to a farm manager again?
Let me double check. Oh, we're saving the game. So I just saved. Did you get any lag there?
I didn't even get a message or anything up.
Oh wow, that's
I got
awesome.
Nothing, and it didn't know. There was not even a glitch.
So you're a contractor and a farm manager in your own farm, but you probably can't
I'll need to
hire
jump over
stuff
to
in my farm. Yeah.
Right, let me join you. There we go. and I'll probably need my permissions tweaking slightly.
Oh, yeah. Let me start this worker on a straight path, and
Does the
I'll
horsepower
adjust
rating in the shop change with what gear you're in? I expect it will, John. It'll all be determined on the power of the engine, I think.
Oh, Perma's got me. I was going to answer Kenneth's question. I grew up in southern Minnesota in my teenage years working on a farm, so I have real farm experience, but I am not currently a farmer. I am a software developer, again, I guess I could say.
And part-time YouTuber.
And part-time YouTuber.
Okay, I've got that John Deere planter running.
I've got a cultivator running. We might just need to buy some more cultivators and tractors here real quick.
I'm okay with that.
So I'll just go into large tractors. We'll just buy a bunch of these 8Rs. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I was like, we got to buy the one with the right wheels, though. 'Cause I'm that guy.
Cultivator. I'm going to use... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a Fendt 1100 with a 3-meter cultivator.
Oh, there's another piece of equipment I can start up. We're going to jump across this ditch here, see if we can get stuck. The New Holland champs it out. Look at that.
So
Godly Devil, you cannot... Apparently, the contractors in a different farm can't hire a worker in somebody else's equipment. You can only hire workers in your own farm equipment. So he's now able to hire workers because he joined my farm. But you can use somebody else's equipment, but you can't use it to hire a worker.
There we go. A Fendt 1100 with a 3-meter cultivator. Overkill? I think not. Sean was asking how do you unlock frame rates? Basically, you turn the console on, so you need to go into the game XML and set console from false to true. And then when you're in game, if you hit F3, so if I bring up F2 now, it'll show you your frame rate. Now, if I hit F3, it changes. It's not much of a change here because we're on a server, and I think the server's locked. But I was running at about 90 frames a second yesterday, very easily.
And you're running in a 1080p resolution natively?
I am running 1080p, yeah.
So for those watching my stream, we're at about 48 to 50, dropping down into the low 40s occasionally. And this is where I'll remind you, I'm hosting the server, so all of these workers and stuff run off of my computer, and I'm running in 4K with every possible setting at the maximum value. So we're working for it here now. I'm actually getting down to about 38 frames a second at times here with all the workers going.
Yeah, I'm down to 40 now as well. I actually went to the XML and bumped mine over the maximum settings you can put in the game as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm running my load distance is massive, and it's still running really smooth. What we're not getting though is, and again, I see this from, if it degrades gracefully. So I'm sitting at 40 odd frames a second now, but it's staying constant. It doesn't go from 15 to 60 to 15 to 60. It's a lot more smooth and subtle, which is good. Let me get a plow. Somebody's asking about a plow. I love the plow animation. Have you seen that yet? The way it turns the soil is fantastic. Let's buy this plow.
Well, the hire AI workers option is for if you're a part of the farm and I don't give you farm manager, I can specifically say this individual is allowed to hire a worker within my farm. I guess I should have got smaller implements so that we could have them run longer.
That's why I've been, go big or go home, right?
We're gonna set the cultivator right up behind the planter on this other field. Really ruin his day.
I'm going to go to the other side of the field and plough it. But yes, this plough animation's gorgeous.
Alright, let's see here. No field found. So he doesn't want to plow a crop that's already come up here as a worker. Let me try and move over a pass here.
There's the plough texture. Looks really nice.
Yeah, so the AI worker is not going to allow me to plow up a planted field here, which is interesting, I thought.
That is interesting, because I am in here. What am I ploughing up here?
She's pulling hard. Look at those tires slip, and it's going so slow. I love it. I must not have set the horsepower up on this particular 8-hour. It's going like 3 miles an hour.
I'm ploughing up some canola fields here with no issues.
So how many workers are we at now, I wonder?
I've got 2 in this field. I've got a planter in this field. I've got... I can see 4.
I've got 5. I've got one down in field 68 that's going.
We're about to have an accident here.
I've got one in field 70 that got stuck.
Oh, they're politely waiting for each other in this field.
There we go. So we're currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you're controlling one. So we're at 6 and climbing here. We'll get a few more going here in some other parts of the map.
There we go. Have you tried to work with rock picking yet? We'll try that. I may be losing your audio, Kederk. You have been on the phone for a long time. Right, so we can see we've got 4 workers running here. I'm about to put a 5th one on, hopefully. So we'll jump in here.
Klein, we are attempting to break the stream, or break the game here. We've got 8 that I'm going to hire here, and my PC is both.
There we go.
I'm just doing a mic check here with my community. Are you guys able to hear me?
You're kind of dipping in and out. There's a bit of distortion going on from my side, Kederk. There we go. Micro Gaming, when does it come out fully for Xbox? Tomorrow. I thought that was going to work then with a hired worker. Let's try again. No field found. That's interesting.
Tech for disabled. I'm So this is interesting. We've got a bunch of workers.
two have crashed here as well, again. I'm going to quickly hang up with Kederk and rejoin him, see what happens there, so we can get him back.
Here on our Discord call.
There we
So while he does that, I'm going to
No, we're losing Kederk there. Rock picking doesn't seem to be working here. Stop work unexpectedly. Can't find field. Which is interesting, because there's quite a lot of rocks here. Timber run, can we have a look at the 7? Ah, yes, we'll do that. We will do that. Can you sell rocks to the other farmer and do they get the money? If you're a contractor, they will get the money, yes. You can't sell stuff to them, though. Let's try turning on. No, it's definitely not working.
FSG is not getting my audio through Discord right now.
I'm getting you in bits, very little bits. I wonder actually if we go over here, see if we can pick up rocks on this field. Can multiple farmers take advantage of passenger seats and semis and pickups? No, Jacob, that is not a thing, unfortunately, but we'll probably see that as a mod relatively quickly. There we go. Let's try it here. You can't pick it up if it's not cultivated. I think you might be right there, Sexy Viking. It would appear that you do need to have it in this state. It's working nicely though, so that's another worker picking up. He's going to catch up with that plough relatively quickly. So we've got now, there we go, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workers running. Very good. And the 2 of us on the farm. I am going to hang up from Kederk again. Give it a little minute, and then in fact I might wait for him to dial me back in. Hello. Nope, we aren't getting much success here. Let me check my audio settings again, just to make sure. Nope, nothing. I can't hear Kederk at all now.
I do not believe there'll be manual attach.
Kederk, can you hear me?
I can hear you awesome.
Excellent.
Deal.
You are breaking up a little bit for me, still.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because the...
I have lost you again, my friend. I lost you again. Do the rocks show up on the map? That's a good question. Let's have a look. I'm going to say no. They do not show as a growth state or anything like that. I think we might have found the limit of Kederk's computer.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm dropping some workers out here.
I think it might be the workers that are killing us, right? Right, let's kill some workers. It was a good test. We can run a lot of workers. There we go. SK Prankster, you guys know how mods will work on dedicated servers. But yes, basically you will have to all have the same mods in your mod folders for it to work. Right, I'm turning some helpers off as well. Just see if we can get some comms back with Kederk. I think we've stopped everything now. One down here. We'll stop him too. I can't get into that one. I think Kederk stopped it anyway. There we go.
There we go.
And your voice comes back instantly. So there you go. Oh no, it's still breaking up. We're working Kederk's internet connection really hard this afternoon. There is a rock crusher up here. Let's go and see what we can do there. Debris crusher.
Time at least before my internet tried to we're grape harvesting. We tried that in a previous stream here. They also are on.
Just going to try something here. Kederk, in my Discord, there is a specific channel, an audio channel. I want to try if we hang up the call and you try linking to that, if we can clear the sound up a little bit. I know it works for Argsy and I when we're doing stuff.
Okay, I'll jump over there.
It's called Project X. Just to sound all super spy and interesting. I should probably jump into there, shouldn't I? That would make sense. Hello, sir. No route, it's not working. Right, okay, I'm going to quit my Discord and reopen it. The joy of streaming, right? No route, it's saying. We are not connecting. I'm just wondering if Discord's decided that we've been hanging out for too long together and is punishing us. So let's dump this into here. My rather twitchy steering here. Go. A tipping. And there we go. And we've made 52 bucks. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to try and connect to this Discord again. It is not joining.
I don't see your name lighting up with a green circle, so if you're
Oh, you're back. I've connected now. It wasn't connecting. It couldn't find a route. Sounds like we've got the same issues on this though as well. Something's going on with the chat. I'm not sure if Kederk's guys... I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. You keep breaking up. So, there we go. But we can see selling the rocks there. Tried the new potato harvester yet. I have not. I do not like potatoes. I will try it at some point though. Right, Kederk, I can see you're trying to chat, but it's not coming through on my stream at all now. I think Discord's decided that you've been talking for far too long. go. Inspiration from DJ modding there. So, I think... looks like Kederk has been hit by an internet outage. I'm going to jump onto a YouTube page and just have a look and see what he's doing. So I haven't been watching his stream, I'll watch it later. But,
on for a bit here. I know, I think FSG's trying to troubleshoot me and probably hasn't seen the messages I've sent him in-game. I'm kind of curious if he's still connected to the game and this is just a Discord issue. FSG, I don't know if you're able to hear me now. Just a Discord issue, it seems like.
Everything is good at my end. I can hear everything. Everything is good at my end. I can hear everything. Well, that's horrible. I'm going to turn that off. I was playing YouTube. I can hear you on YouTube, but it's, yeah, I think we've got an issue with Discord. So your chat can hear me, so I must be talking over the top of you a lot at the moment because I can't hear a single word you're saying. So I think we've got a Discord problem. You know what they need is an in-game audio function. It might be a good spot to wrap it up. I think you're right, Kederk. I'm not sure we're going to recover from this one. We'll work out what's what with that, but there we go. We've been running for a good amount of time anyway. Probably don't want to bore you guys too much. 2 hours is about max, so from that perspective, I just want to say a big thank you. That was really good fun. I'm not sure if Kederk can hear me or anything now, but I'll say my thank yous to him. That was really enjoyable. Talked about some good stuff there, and I will gracefully bow out. I will shut up now so Kederk can talk to his guys as well. But thank you all for joining. Thanks for watching, and good luck and enjoy the game this week. And Kederk saying thank you to all you guys in my chat as well. So apologies for not getting through all the chat. It's been very busy again. And must learn to turn on slow mode, really. But thank you all very, very much. It's been fun. And over to you, Kederk, to say goodbye to you all lot.